Good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm running a little bit late. Sandwiching the Tai Chi class in before the basics. So take your time as you're getting a notification that we're live. Work on the patience and the non-rushing because life just is. And there's no need to be applying more pressure on ourselves than life puts on us. So let's just go with the flow. Come on in, say hello if you're here. Please feel free to let me know if there's anything I need to know about something going on in your body, or maybe some way that you're needing to move or breathe this week. If there's a certain kind of pose or something that you need. Bottom of my foot is itchy. I'm sure that means something. So anyway, come on in. I'm going to set up a little bit of a playlist for us, and we're going to keep it simple. If you're new to Yoga Basics, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. And Yoga Basics is, it isn't a dumbed down yoga class by any stretch, haha. But it is keeping things to the most rudimentary and fundamental of the standing postures, seated postures, reclining postures, even upside down postures, but sticking to the basics and the root of that space, okay? So let's come on in. Once again, saying hello, hey, D-Bay, good to see you. Let me know if there's something that you need, a certain way of moving. Hey, Shannon, I just got to answer your message. Sorry, I was teaching another class, but I see that you found your way in. Good to see you. How are you doing, my friend? All right, folks, let me know if, what do you need? Are you wanting to flow? Are you wanting to hold some spaces? Are you needing to get into your hips? Is your back feeling stiff? Are you gonna go crazy up in here? Sometimes I'm going crazy up in here. All right, I'm going to try to keep my eye onto the comments and pop on over so that I can introduce myself as well as address any concerns or needs that you have. We're going to start today standing. I find that standing is a great way to start, and then we eventually make our way down and a little bit less of the up and down. All right, so let's come on into our space, or maybe keep clearing out your space. Maybe you're like, oh shoot, I got to get ready for yoga, and move some things around. Maybe like some incense or an essential oil, nothing too powerful. We'll come to standing. Find where you want to be on your mat. I'm only turning sideways so that you all can see me, all right? So feel free to be at the top of your mat. Maybe start to get accustomed to listening more than watching. Yoga means to create a connection. So perhaps close your eyes, maybe not. I'm always going to say perhaps or maybe, so that you start to internalize that you have a choice and that you're making that choice for how you want to be in your body right now. Maybe notice ways in which you've always been over the last week, something habitual, and you're choosing that this is a space where you're going to change something, where you want to experience your perception in a different way. I'm going to have my feet a little separated, feeling my breath, feeling my skin. Maybe take a deep breath in, letting it out. I feel the need to do that again, and this time I want to make a sound. Deep breath. Ha. Internalizing, feeling myself making a sound with no other purpose other than to make the sound. We have a lot of pressure on us lately in our lives to be and do in certain ways rather than just being. Let's breathe in and lengthen the arms up, maybe matching the arms with the breath. Exhale, hands to center. So here we are right now, just breathing and moving for no other purpose other than to feel it and perceive it. Breath in. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe you're still making a sound. Ha. Hearing yourself, feeling yourself, hear your sound. Hearing the sound of your own voice. What is the quality of your voice? Breath in. What is it expressing about how tired you are? What you need to voice for yourselves. Breathe in. Now maybe interlace if you can. Or you could just hold a wrist. I'm going to try to come back so that you can see the... And gentle side bend. Now start to notice, are you stretching or forcing an area of the body? Can you back off? Let's try not to do harm to the body. We're going to treat it with the kindness that we feel that we deserve, the tenderness that we need. Breathe in, come up, maybe switch wrists if you're finding a clasp. Exhale over to the other side. Scan your body. What are you aware of in your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips? Breathe in. Exhale, let's take it forward. Now I'm going to turn sideways here so you can bend the knees a little. Let the upper body go, okay? If our thighs are thick and our tummies are kind of healthy, maybe widen the stance so that we have space for the upper body. And let's round the spine up, lift your head last. If you rushed up through it, ask yourselves, what am I in a hurry for? Let's breathe in and lengthen. Feel your ribs, make space. Exhale, side bend. Move your hips if you want. Breathe in. Exhale over to the other side. What is your body craving for you to move? For you to help move out of us and into us. Breathe in. Lifting up. Let the arms go and let the upper body go. Rolling the spine up. Ask yourself, am I in a hurry? What am I in a hurry to get to? I am already where I am. I am already within myself. Good. Let's step the left foot back. Now, I only took 2 little steps back, about 2.5, 3 feet. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. I'm going to aim those toes just a slight angle outward, like a 45 degree. And then this right knee is bent. I'm going to keep that knee over the heel. Now let's see if the hip bones can keep aiming forward, or do they want to cock to the left? And sink down. Ask yourselves, what would make me feel more stable? What's straining to be here? Lift the toes, flare them. Be aware of your arches. Are they lifting or are you collapsing your weight? Can your thighs and your legs breathe? And just kind of embody, what does that mean? Or is that just a bunch of yoga woo-woo crap? Right? Like, could my legs and hips and thighs breathe? And let's straighten the front leg. Try not to jam the knee back. Be aware of when you're locking your joints. Exhale, sink it down. And bring it up. Start to notice, what am I aware of? What's working, stretching, opening, fighting in the hips and the groin as we go up and down and we start moving, flexing and bending in the legs. What is that freeing in our low back? What is it tightening? Good. Hands to prayer. Maybe you want a little added challenge and lift the arms up. We're going to step the left leg back up. How smooth and even could we do that? And did we hold our breath? Breathe in. Exhale. Let's bring it forward. Now, as you come forward again, check out your toes. Maybe flare them. Are you carrying tension in your feet? So you can wiggle them, checking in. Soften those knees. Have some soft give in the legs, no tension in the legs. Now you're going to feel that tension in the backs of the legs, and then maybe in the low back. Can you let that upper body hang? Deep breath. Heavy sigh out. One more time. Breath in. You let go how you want to let go. Start to round the spine up. Once again, asking yourself, am I in a hurry? What am I rushing to? Am I rushing towards something within me? Or am I rushing towards some imagined external thing? Shoulder rotations. Maybe smile on purpose. Change direction. Feel, move, be expressive. It's your body. All right, I'm going to step the right leg back. Try to have a little space in between the thighs, okay, so that the feet are not on a tightrope. Back foot flat. Checking in. Did those hips turn to the right? They probably did. How do we turn them forward? Notice your knee. Try not to have any strain on either knee. Feel those ligaments. They know how to scream at us when they're saying danger. Let's start to build the awareness of what they're saying. Hands can be to your hips, maybe to prayer, maybe overhead, and we'll straighten and bend. Feel your breath. Feel the lifting part of you that's aspiring to grow tall, to reach up and out of ourselves. What are we reaching toward? What do we trust that we can sink in the hips and the groin? Now you choose how many cycles of this. Maybe you want to slow this down. Maybe you've done a few and your body's already tired, or something is feeling a little bit of strain. What will you give yourself? Start to notice. Are you trying to do a push through, no pain, no gain thing? And let's try to let that go. Say, I'm here to connect with what's truly going on in my body. What's truly going on in my breath. Are the ankles being rigid and stiff and tense? Do you feel like they have to be because they're bearing your weight? There's a little truth in that. And then maybe you can soften some. All right, we're going to come up to standing. Choose where you want those arms. Maybe you need to hold on to something for support. And we're going to step that right leg up. Breathe in and lift up. Try to stretch from the belly. Unclench your butt. Try not to lock the knees. Shoulders back. Where's your gaze? What are you looking up toward? Breathe in. Ask yourselves, what am I believing in? What am I reaching toward? And exhale. Forward fold. Maybe make a sound. Ha. Grab opposite elbows and see if we can dangle. This is a great way to start to practice letting go and observing all of the obstacles that are in our way to letting go. There are physical obstacles. I like to just sway and swing. There are mental obstacles to letting go. Do we know what they are? Are we willing to see them? Maybe we don't, and that's a place of honesty. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be deluded, right? Like the guy in the Matrix who's like, I know this is not a big fat juicy steak, but I'm going to believe it's a big fat juicy steak anyway. Let's roll the spine up. All right, we're going to try to tie all of these together. Good morning, Kendra. So let's come to our mountain. Remember, you can be at the top of your mat. Your feet could be apart. They could be closer together. That's going to depend on the size of our thighs and how comfortable we are with that kind of smush, all right? And that's up to you to determine what you like. Maybe play with a few things and feel out what we like. All right, at the top of your mat, breathe in. Maybe interlace and flip the palms up. Maybe hold your wrists. Exhale, find a side bend. Maybe you smile and lift. You can be hanging out there or find a new pace. Exhale, other side. Breathing in, come up, make any sounds you wish. Exhale, come forward. This is your time to be with you. Roll your spine up, lifting your head last. Find your mountain, standing up tall in you. When you're ready, we're going to lift the left leg and step it back. Root and secure. Take your time. Keep telling yourself, what am I in a rush toward? I am already here. Breathe in. Let's straighten. Exhale, sink it in. And let's reach forward. Breathe. Feel your legs holding you up. Feel your spine and your belly finding some freedom. And bring ourselves up. We're going to step up to the top of the mat. Choose where your hands are. Observe your breath. Step and switch. Right? You can put a little juice in it. This is your space. I'm feeling a little sassy this morning, so, give it a little flourish. This is your body. Feel, touch, breathe in. Let's straighten Exhale, sink in it. You can stay here or choose. So I'm going to feel my back muscles holding this torso parallel. Observe my neck, observe my face, and bringing it back up. If that was too much, you can always walk up with your hands on that knee. Give that back support if it's talking to you. Let's step this back leg up. Breathe in, reach. Now a little back bend, hips forward, knees bent. Maybe. Try to lift your weight off of your hips. Loosen the tummy flesh and want to feel your tummy flesh breathing. And let's bring it forward. Maybe sway or swing high. Maybe open that jaw, protrude the tongue. Blah. Where's all the tension? Moving all the unsaid words. Things that we held back from saying because we thought, oh, that wouldn't be polite. Right? That's just getting stuck in us. So, blah, 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 let it out. Maybe say it out loud. You're at home. And as long as, it's not about somebody in your family that you don't want them to hear it, just say it. Like, you really piss me off. Bend the knees, sink the butt back, and lift the chest for chair. Your hands can be at your hips. Chest lifting. Just feel how that feels from acknowledging the unsaid spaces in your jaw, your throat. We can hold here and do a few neck rotations. Loosening our words, loosening our voice, change direction. Scoop your tailbone under a little bit. And let's stand up. Now let's lift the right knee. Now that foot could stay down on the floor. You could hold a wall or a chair near you. You don't have to lift this leg very high. Feel the left leg holding you. Maybe reflect on a time this week where you felt like you lost some ground, but you know that you were still standing. Feel that. How did you do that? How did you conjure that? All right, I'm going to step this right foot back, and then I'm going to turn that foot out and have the hips open, facing this way. Now, really be cautious about that left knee and take your time coming out. You could have a chair here in front of you. Maybe you've got a wall nearby that you can hold on to. We all have different levels of stability. I don't want to say balance. It's about how we seek our stability. And then let's just straighten and sink. All right, try not to let that knee go super duper duper duper. All right, let's just keep it right over the heel. Say this is enough, because I'll guarantee you the longer we're here, other parts of the body will be like, yeah, that's enough. Just like when we're in a rush, maybe we get to look at our desire for more in our practice, right? This physical asana practice is a great mirror, a great reflection of what's going on in our habitual patterns in our mind, as well as just getting to feel the body move. Good, let's bend. You could rest your elbow here. See if you can thrust the hips forward just a little bit. Push the baby toe edge of that right foot down. Now that right hand can hang out here sassy, and sassy is good. Free the toes. Notice your breath. Some of you want to feel the chest opening, so you're going to invite your wings to open wide, but not strain. I love to think about, like, if a bird is flying and its wings are open, do I imagine that they're tense in their arms, or are they just floating on the currents of air? And can I invite that sensation under my armpits, in between my shoulder blades? Good, and bring ourselves up. All right, now I'm just going to spin on this left heel. Look at your feet and look at the big toes and try to have the big toes on the same line. It's a great way to just look at your balance. Now let's just feel out these hips side to side. Do that for a bit. I just want to make sure that I'm speaking and acknowledging everybody that's here. What's up, Amanda? All right. Feel those hips. And I said yesterday, but since it looks like I've got some family up here in this room, I really want to thank everyone who took the time and voted for Just Be Yoga in the top of the town in City Pulse, and for Best Instructor. Namaste, thank you so much. And for Best Studio, I guess it's virtual studio now. All right, thank you. Let's find the soaring in our arms. No tension. Squeeze the thighs, but don't lock the knees. Do we know the difference? Let's twist. You choose a direction. And then let that arm come down toward the shin. I'm not going to say toward the floor. Just see how low it wants to go. Ooh, what are we feeling? What are we experiencing? What's the story we're telling ourselves? Breath in. Do you need to come out? Do you feel like that would be a show of weakness to come out? Hell, I could be hurting myself right now for the sake of being in front of a camera. Y'all don't know. Good, let's bring ourselves back up. I would hope I'm not doing that, and I wasn't. But let's keep that in mind. Just because someone is doing something that looks like it's good in their body doesn't mean it's going to feel right in you. We're training ourselves to connect and respond appropriately within ourselves. Let's twist and over. You could have a chair or a block down here. Breathe, feel your chest. Notice where there's tension. Ask yourselves if you need it. Can you let it go? Can you breathe? Do you have a calm mind? What needs to be said right now? And that could be you. Bring it on up. And maybe find an interlace, okay? So if you can find a clasp or hold a strap, don't lock those knees, okay? Open the chest. Be kind. This is your heart. Don't yank at it. Don't take a crowbar to it. Good morning, everybody. Breathe. Wow, D-Bay. That is amazing. Please keep your knees bent a lot, my friend, and take a lot of rests. We'll give you something for that low back a little bit later. Breathe in, open the chest. And if you want, let's take the chest forward. Try not to tense in the fingers. Can you soften the wrist? Can you soften the neck? Let the arms go whenever you're ready. We'll release the arms down. Roll the spine up. Scoop the tailbone under. Ask yourselves, am I in a hurry? Really try to scoop that tailbone under when you're doing this, D-Bay. Give that low back some ease, some stretching, some tenderness. Let's do that again. Reach. All right, you can find the hands behind you. Maybe some of you want to do the eagle, so you could bring the arms here and then find this little bear hug or eagle. So choose. You can have your hands behind you or this way. Notice, okay, what do I get to feel? What's the difference in those spaces? Do I need to open the front of my chest, or do I want to encourage some of the strain off the back of the shoulders off? Knees bent, lifting the chest. Can you go easy? Can you be easy on your body and accept what you're feeling right now? And then let's come on forward. Let the jaw go. Let the neck go. Breath in. Breath out. Hey, Kathy, I saw that you're here. Release your arms. All right, here we go. Knees generously bent. Round the spine up. Make some sounds. Let out that pent up whatever out of yourself. All right, we're going to get ready for the warrior on this side, the warrior 2. So I'm just going to spin on this right heel and bend that knee. So remember, we did it over here. And now we're going to do it over here. All right, feel your hips. Don't let that knee go past the heel. Maybe scoop the tailbone under. I like to say, think about Michael Jackson and Beat It, and we'll just do a little scoop. Don't hit me with the big thrust. We're just going to give it a little bit and sink it on down. Feel yourselves. This can be your warrior 2, but remember about those air currents, and remember about the wings, and can they just float on the air? And then we'll just come up and down. Try not to lock the knee. Once again, maybe remind yourself, ask yourself, if you're doing a super fast pace, where am I rushing to? What am I in a hurry for? What am I missing along the way? My mom used to have a statement, because I'm old, that we couldn't afford film all the time for our cameras. And so if we took road trips, she would say, look long and hard and remember well. All right, so as we're going through this, are you looking long and hard at different elements of the groin, the inner thigh, the sides of the knees, the ankles? You gotta take your own inner picture, your own little selfie, and it's gonna disappear, and we let go. Good, if you're ready, or maybe you wanna keep doing that. We'll bring the elbow to this knee. Remember your MJ thrust, just a little. That just woke up a little something along the side of this hip. And then into my low back a little. Sometimes you could bring your hand to your low back. I'm going to turn sideways here, see if that's effective. kind of scoop that under using the hand to help just encourage it. Yeah, just a little bit of help. Can we give ourselves some support? Take away any kind of notion of the word cheating, right? That's crap. Breath. Good. And let's bring ourselves up. And now we're going to step up to the top of our mat. I know, it's the back of our mat now. Let's step this leg up. Take as many steps as you need. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, take it forward. Deep breath. All right. So there are elements of your standing mountain in this standing forward fold. So be aware of your legs holding you up. Are the muscles engaged? So they've got to be engaged. Otherwise, they're a wet noodle and we would have all collapsed. So how much are they engaged, though? Are they squeezing like a steel rod? Are they kind of al dente pasta? What's going on in your flesh? Now I'm hungry, I know. All right, your hands can be at a block or a chair or the floor. Just depends on where you reach with ease. No strain. I'm going to use a block for demo. And let's shift forward and come on to the tippy toes. Feel your calf muscles, feel your arches, feel your toes. And then lower the heels down and push the butt back and feel the stretch in the backs of the legs. Shifting forward, come to the toes, ask your calves, feel what's going on, and lower the heels down, shift it back. And forward, come on to those tippy toes, let your head go. And back. Now, keep yourselves in a neutral space. I'm going to let my hands come as low as they will. So maybe you're at a floor, maybe you're at a block. Bring your weight into your arms a little, and let's lift the left leg up to the sky, not up and back. Point the toe up to the ceiling. All right, now just imagine in your mind's eye, you're just one lightning bolt going up to the ceiling, standing split. Breathe in. What are you accepting about the range in your body right now? Lean into what feels good. And then let's bring that left leg down. And if nothing felt good, bring your feet down and do something that feels good. And let's bring ourselves into the left leg. When you're ready, we'll lift the right. Feel this upside down feeling. Maybe your eyes are open. Seeing the world from a different perspective. Oh, what are those hips saying? What's the spine saying? Bring that right leg down. Good. And let's roll our way up to standing. All right, so every time we're standing in these legs, let's feel these legs giving us the root. Let's feel the upper body seeking its freedom and notice whether we've got tension in our wings. Let's come on down to the floor. I took my glasses off. Y'all didn't call me out, so I left them up there. Oh, yeah, I got glasses now. So I'm trying to remember that I need to keep them on. All right, if it's comfortable, let's bring the feet together. Now, oftentimes we tend to be jamming these heels up here, and our back then curves and caves. So if you've got to keep the feet out a little bit, go ahead and then let the spine find its freedom and ease to rise. Maybe put some rolled up blankets or pillows under these thighs in case that groin is feeling some strain. Let's breathe in and pull the chest up, a little bit of a back bend. Feel your throat stretching. Exhale, round your spine. Now come back and see if you can find this neutral space where the spine is lifting up. Feel your sit bones. Feel the least amount of energy your spine and your muscles need to do to hold your torso upright. And now arch the chest and the belly up. Pull the shoulder blades to one another behind you. And exhale, round. Tuck the chin down. Upper back curves, mid back curves, low back curves, tailbone. And then find your neutral space again. All right, let's see about twisting, but let's keep the spine up. Sometimes when we twist here, I'm going to exaggerate this a bit. we start to lean back a lot. Now look at my spine. So I want to stay as upright as I can. That's where some of these props are a little useful. If you've got a block, maybe a stack of books, right? I brought that a little close, and now I can feel this twisting without leaning back because I brought the floor a little closer to me. Let's breathe in, lift the spine, lift the chest, exhale, twist. Feel the folds in your midsection as you breathe. Shoulders down. If you're forcing something, what are you forcing to get to? There is no there, only here. Find the contentment. Just back off of the effort and the energy you're using. And just stay here with an intention of meeting yourself. Meeting what needs to be released. What needs some intention and attention. Woo! Let's gently release. Feel the spine coming back. And let's arch and round. Arch and round. See if you can move your pelvic bowl too. Tilt the tailbone back and round. And then find your neutral space once again. Do you know where you are? Might want to invest in having a little bit of a mirror. I hate mirrors, it really leans to the vanity aspect, but it's really good too to kind of hold ourselves accountable. We think, I'm upright, and we're back here chilling. We think, I'm upright, and we're down here leaning. So we need that to check in. So if you need a block, bring it on over to the other side. Breath in. Twist the lowest part of the spine. Check in as your breath travels up and down your spine. Are you forcing or tensing somewhere? What have you gotten to learn about the patterns and the memory inside of your muscles? About the attention and the care that they're asking for, that they're craving? Give it to yourselves right now. Give your breath the gift of your attention. Hear it. Feel it. Visualize it. See it in your mind's eye. And let's gently release the spine. And let's lengthen one leg out. We'll bring let's just do this as the left leg, right leg here. I'm going to turn and face us. All right, so left leg, right leg. Again, if we have abundant thigh, if we have abundant tummy, we might need to step this foot out a bit to just create some space for us, okay? Don't even say like for my flesh or whatever, just making space for myself. All right, now you can wrap this left arm around this knee, foot down flat, squeeze this thigh, chest up. Remember that spine again. Now you can hang out here chilling, right hand behind you, chilling. Some of you may want to say, but I always see on the cover of something or another this really cool thing. If you're wanting to strive for that little cool thing, right, getting that elbow outside, number one, we have to accommodate for our flesh. Sometimes our flesh wants to move. Sometimes it's like, try me another day. So you might have to be satisfied here. Or if you're working toward it, lift. Feel these ribs lifting. Make room. Twist. So I lean back a little, reach, twist, and see if that elbow gets a hold somewhere on that thigh. And then I sit back up. Now, welcome to Smushville. I don't care how abundant flesh we got smush going on. So we get to breathe and feel inside of a contraction. Root the butt down, grow tall in the spine. And if this contraction is too confining, remember, we're still seeking freedom. So maybe you let go of what you were aspiring toward there and find contentment for the freedom of movement and breath right here. Breath in, breath out. This is called Marichyasana. I got some yogis in the room. They can hold me accountable. So I had to check myself. Marichyasana A. Breath in, breath out. Good. and gently release. Feel your spine coming back, and let's lengthen that leg back out, and we'll bring this one in, and then feel out your width. Now, if you're feeling like, oh, my flesh is pro-smush, okay? Because sometimes some of our flesh, even if we have abundant flesh, it kind of deflates really easily. And so if you're okay with that compression, maybe just breathe and feel your breath massaging your organs, okay? Right leg is straight, flex. You can wrap here, do the same thing, but we got to feel this side. And this side may not want to perform like the other side. Like meet it like it's a whole new friend. Like, hey, how you doing? My name is Belinda. All right, and then let's reach up. I'm silly today, y'all. Let's breathe in and lift. And maybe, even if you're not going to stay here, the only way to start to get to know it is to practice it, to invite it, reaching, lengthening up. Ooh. Now I got to do the breath thing. And if you're feeling like this is inhibiting your breath, but you're like, no, I'm going to hold on. That's not yoga. That's you imposing something on you. We're here to connect with ourselves, right? Not to dominate ourselves. Do we even notice those patterns inside of ourselves? Breath in, breath out. So I did like 2 breaths with it bound, and then I said, I'm going to let this go. And now this feels a little more free. But I got to work out with a little of that ringing with the elbow behind. So you can meet yourself halfway sometimes. Gently release or hang out there if that's where you want to be. Let's lengthen the legs out in front of us. Dandasana or staff pose. Maybe clear out your flesh. And, while this is wonderful, we could squeeze a little bit of ourselves here. It's also just trying to move some of the flesh out of the way to feel your sit bones. Those 2 ridges, kind of right now where you're sitting, you should feel it near the anus. And feel those bones rooting down into the mat. Can you feel it pushing into the floor? Point and flex, wake up those ankles. They don't have to hold us. So let's feel the flesh, feel the muscles, ankle rotations. Chest up. Did we start to cave and collapse and be like, oh, we're just doing the twiddle toe thing? Where's your intention? Occupy your body on purpose. Now I'm just going to let my arms help support my spine, and let's just shake the legs. Whew. And then let's do this vibration thing. Good. Chest up, shoulders down. Now, if you want or need, you could use a strap here, bringing them to the bottoms of the feet. All right. See this as if we were standing. And remember, I said your feet don't have to be together. So find a comfortable distance here. And some of us, especially if our thighs take up more space, you might want to widen those legs out a little. All right. So I just wanted to speak to that. I'm just comboing basics, curvy, LGBTQ, all of it. Basically, it's B teaching yoga as just B. There you go. Lift the chest up, breath in. Exhale, elbows flare out to the sides. Lift to the chest, soften your neck. Soften your low back. What are you accepting? And then acceptance doesn't mean I stop working too. Do you know the balance between those edges? Of when you're over striving, over pushing, and when you're not doing a damn thing at all. Good. Let's gradually bring the spine back up. All right, let's do a little bit of heat before we start to cool down. And work into a bit of a boat, okay? So I'm going to turn here so that you can see. Once again, for tummy, for thigh. I'm just going to do 360 yoga here today. I might need to make space for the tummy. You could use the arms here. Maybe you use the arms here. Feet flat, legs wide. If you have space for yourself, you could bring the feet in, knees together, up. Where's the ease? And then if we are doing this, let's try to keep that together. I know there's a whole bunch of argumentation going on down in there. Make peace with that argumentation, saying, hey, I love you. Hey, you can do this work. Hey, I hear you screaming. You can blame that little short lady on the screen. No, you can do all of that chatter with yourself. Good. So stay where you are. Remember, you could be having your hands for support. You could be holding here, or you could be saying, okay, I'm dealing. And let's reach the right leg out. I'm just going to let it hover off the earth. Breath. And bring that up. Woo, got to cramp myself. Reach that left leg. Wow. So I've softened that hip. I'm wiggling it out. And I'm still doing my practice, but I'm also going to pay attention to this spot that's fussy. And then bring that back. I'm not going to say what's wrong. I'm not going to get into the analytical mind. I'm just going, okay, you're mad. I hear you. And reach. Feeling me applying energy towards something. Bringing it back. Feeling me continuing and sustaining applying energy towards something. Breath in. Breath out. Bring it back. Good. And let's bring our hands down. And lower yourselves down onto your bellies. Woo! All right, I like to say when we get down here, if you have prodigious and abundant booty, gluteus maximus, lift some of that flesh and pull it downward a bit so that you can feel as much of your low back onto the floor as you can. Feel that support. Let your arms relax. Go ahead and keep your feet on the floor with the knees slightly bent. And just let go here. And notice all the pressure points of your bones against the floor. Is it a pleasant feeling? Is it not? Is there something you need to adjust so that your body can sit and root with as much ease as possible? And then let's see about keeping the feet where they are, and let's just roll to the sides of the feet as we let the knees drop left and right like windshield wiper blades. Feel the front of your hips, your groin, your pelvis. Feel the low belly, sides and waist. Even be aware of your own genitalia. Maybe if you're familiar with your bandhas, that mula bandha, see if you can try to squeeze that like a sphincter hold or a kegel. You might notice you can really only grip when you come to center, and you have to let it go when you're revolving, but we'll build engagement and awareness of those muscles within us, down at our root. Find your breath. Do the shoulders tighten while you're here? Do they need to? Can we still fly on the air currents? Good. Let's come to center. Keep the feet down, knees up. And let's pull the right knee toward the belly. You can bring your hands behind that right knee. Depending on the size of the thigh or the tummy, you might want to use a strap to help you pull that knee a little closer to the belly. Now let's see about letting that right knee fall open. Now, depending on what's going on in your hip, in that joint, you might want to have a cushion, because if that thigh doesn't want to open up very much, if there's any pain or discomfort, give it a nice soft cushion to rest on so that you can let the muscles go in your groin. Bring that back up. Place that foot down. Let's pull the left knee into the chest. Again, you can hold a strap behind the knee if you need. You can have that knee a little wide if you need to make space around your tummy. Spine pressing into the floor. Breathe. And then we'll let that left knee fall open. Can you loosen around the joints? Can you envision the ball and socket in that hip? Can you send it a soft visualization? And we'll bring that knee back to center. Set any strap aside if you want, or we'll bring both knees in, and you could use your hands behind the knees. You could use a strap again if you wish. Knees can be as wide apart as you like. And just rock side to side. Can you loosen your neck? Can you feel your back receiving the massage against the floor? Massage yourself. Good. Let's release the feet down. Straighten the legs out. Reach the arms overhead. Big long stretch. We did this standing. Feel it from this perspective. Feel the whole front of your abdominal cavity. Openly breathing. Uninhibited. Relax your buttocks and your hips. Maybe adjust some of your flesh. I really felt like my righty needed a little adjusting, a little tucking. Let's walk the feet and the legs over to the left, curving the low body, and then let the body go limp. Notice the lengthening that you're feeling in the side of the body, maybe remembering the standing side bend. What's the difference here? How much can you lean into it? How much can we let it happen? What are we enjoying? What needs to be voiced right here? If you want to add the upper body, scooch the upper body over to the left, both shoulder blades flat. Let the neck go loose. Ankles loose. Soften your waist. Feel the side of your waist, the back of your waist. Maybe open the jaw wide, protrude the tongue, remembering that these are parts of our body that are holding emotional energy, physical strain, unsaid words, oversaid words. Everything has energy. Soften in. There's nothing to rush to. You are already here. Be here. Be right here. Let's gently walk the feet to neutral. And then let them go limp. Notice even if the mind is in a hurry to do something else. Upper body to center if you had moved the upper body. Hands behind your head. Loosen your neck and let your arms and your hands guide the chin up toward the chest, stretching the upper back and the upper neck. Try to let the neck go loose and limp. Let the arms and the wrists gently pull upward, stretching the back of the neck. Soften your neck to let it in. Hanging heavy in the upper back. Breathing on purpose. Slowly guide and lower the head down. Feel your spine releasing. Let the arms go. Reaching those arms overhead. Invite the soft stretch and let the body go limp. Feeling the body in the position of reaching without straining to do so. And then if you want to find the other side, we'll walk the feet and the ankles and the legs over to the right, and then let the body go limp. And feel the sections along our low body that are starting to say, wow, I feel that bend. Wow, I'm fighting a stretch. Or yum, more, gimme, gimme, gimme. And that's all. Just stay with the feeling. When you notice your mind starting to think, analyze, calibrate, just come back to feeling. Saying, does that feel like a soft thud? Does that feel like a gentle stroke? Is there a tingle? Is there a temperature? Just stay in feeling. Heavy, soft, pressure, bright. What are you feeling? And then where? Around the waist, in the pelvis, in the rib cage? How about inside the rib cage with the organs, the linings around our organs? If you want to add the upper body, maybe the body wants to curve a little bit more after we've been in it for a little time. And then we get to practice letting go here. A new level of letting go. We've never been here. You might be like, wait a minute, Belinda. Yeah, we have. No, we haven't. As the earth is spinning on its axis, we have never been here before. There are no repeats in time. So let's embrace this moment. All of the newness of this moment with our attention. Live all of the juices of this moment. Live to tell about this moment. How much can your upper back feel in this moment? How much can it permit? How much can our breath express in this moment? In your time when you're ready, and it doesn't have to be now, we'll come out of this bend and enjoy the luxury of giving yourselves the time and attention to explore and feel how you wish at this moment, to connect in that way. Feeling the freedom that's inside of patience and the patience that's within inside of freedom. Now, if you wish, we'll bring the hands behind the head, lift the chin up, gently pulling up. Is there more space to be had? Or are we forcing? Find that edge, that buffer zone between forcing and growth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's gently lower the spine down. Relax the arms, maybe separate the legs, letting the legs go limp. If this isn't comfortable for your back, you can bring the feet together, knees open. You could just have the knees up toward a bridge. You get the point. Find ease in your countenance. And then we practice the posture of stillness. Corpse pose, Shavasana. Maybe keep the eyes open. Being present in this moment in time within your physical body frame. Wakeful stillness. Are we doing the stillness, or are we still trying to do something? Let the heels go and let them just be heels, not doing anything. Let the knees go and let them just be knees. Feel the weight of your knees. Feel the shape of them just being. Hips, spine, arms, neck, jaw, forehead. Feel your forehead just being your forehead. breath as a moving, living thing, as you notice it at the entrance of your nostrils, coursing through your nasal passageways, pushing against your organs as they fill up your lungs. Skin and flesh moving around the volume of breath. And gradually begin to invite simple movements to your body. No rush as you bring yourselves upright or stay in Shavasana. You could be like, peace out, y'all, I'm good. And that you're going to stay in that Shavas. More and more over this year, my greatest desire is to help folks connect with a practice that is theirs. And that means that you're practicing it. And that means you got to do the thing. Say, okay, for a moment here, I'm going to try to do this thing because that's what feels right for me. Or I think it feels right, and I'm going to learn. There is benefit to a guided group experience, but eventually, if we are to make this our practice, it's kind of like baby birds got to jump out of that nest and see if those wings can find some effortless non-tension to fly on. If you wish to join for an Om, and let's embrace the Om as our spirit, our soul, whatever finding expression. So whatever intonation that you wish. And I want to feel vibration, so I'm going to bring one hand to my heart, one hand to my belly. Feel conscious connection with my physical body, my hands, feeling the flesh of my chest and my tummy. My chest and tummy receiving the touch of my palms. And if you wish to join, deep breath and a single Om. Feel the ripples and vibrations of your sound emanating through space and time, knowing that it's continuing to ripple so that eventually my ripples are going to touch yours and we are connected. Hands to the heart center. Namaste. All of the kindness in me sees and reflects back all of the kindness in you. That is Namaste. I'm Belinda, Just Be Yoga, and this has been our Yoga Basics Live this Saturday. Maybe a little simple. I hope that it helped everyone guide into their own practice. I'm really honored for the crew who was here today. If this was of any value to you, please share our videos on our YouTube playlist or our Facebook playlist. And for those of you who have been coming to the home yoga practice, starting next week, home yoga practice is going to be on the YouTube channel for 3 out of the 4 days. And only 1 day will be on Facebook Live. I'm going to try to work my way around some of these Facebook algorithms and put more onto the YouTube and a little bit less live on the Facebook. Carrington! Love you, love you, love you. Boom, 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 everybody. I'm giving all of the things. Boom, boom. I loved how Kamala and Joe kind of did the, so here we go. All right. Shannon, yay. It was good to see you. Pop on in, hit any of the basic yogas on the playlist. And like I said, share the yoga as much as you like. Got Carrington up in the house. Nice, fun family up in here. I feel y'all today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you guys. I'm going to take a little break. Come on back for power if you want. 11:30 right here. Empower Yoga. Take everything that you learned in the basics. Carry it along. And maybe you're getting up a little bit of sweat and then you go, okay, I can take a break. That's what I would need. Thank you, Kendra. Y'all, you make me feel comfortable for me to be my silly self. So hopefully that's coming through. You can feel like, yep, we were still at Just Be Yoga because, yeah, that's some of the way Belinda sees stuff. All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, D-Bay. I hope that you're being kind to your back. And I love that you're joining us from across the pond. Sorry, the Midwest pond, y'all. Not the big pond. That would be awesome. So y'all get me some Londoners to come on in. Yeah, D-Bay joins us from across the Midwest pond, aka Lake Michigan. All right, peeps. Peace. Go forth and do good things.